Hi my beautiful ladies of YouTube. I wanted to come back with a reveal video. It's not an unboxing. So I was in Atlanta this weekend and I ended up purchasing an item, and I'm sorry, my hair is just really acting weird. It's growing and it's just everywhere. I was in Atlanta this weekend, and I don't know if anyone is familiar, but Atlanta is not completely open. They do have some malls open and some stores open. You do have to wear masks on some of the stores, or in some of the stores. And so I ended up going to, I think it's called Lenox Mall. I'm not 100% certain, but I did buy a purse there, and I know that I had bought a similar purse to this one not too long ago, maybe a year ago, and I actually ended up getting rid of that one, and I will actually towards the end of the video give you a little bit of why I got rid of that one in particular. So to introduce to you my new beauty, this is the Speedy 25 monogram canvas, and this is the traditional iconic Speedy, not the bandolier. I used to have the bandolier. I did sell it. I bought it about a year ago, and like I said, I will go into a little bit more details in a moment on why I sold it. I don't plan to make this video long, but yeah, so I think the Speedy is actually a very great first starter purse. I've been with Louis Vuitton for quite some time, maybe about 19 years I would say I've been using Louis Vuitton, and I really think it's a great brand. They have so many purses that work really well for you, and then of course they have their purses where they might be great hits at the moment, but then once you purchase them, you kind of realize that they're not as great as you thought that they would work. And I think that every brand has that, and sometimes they end up discontinuing the purse because they've had too many issues with it, or they have to replace a lot of purses because they have issues with it. It's just like anything else. Their bags are not perfect in general, but they do have a lot of bags that tend to be very perfect and very durable, and I would say that the Speedy is really one of them, and the Speedy has been in their collection for so many years. It's also a very sought after purse. So I would say that most of the girls that start with Louis Vuitton end up with a Speedy, and if not a Neverfull. I do have a Neverfull in my collection. You can actually go to my videos if you would like to see the review on that. So yeah, I mean, I bought it. It is actually gorgeous. I love the Speedy. I always have Speedies in my collection. I wanted to buy another one in the azure because the one that I have has a lot of patina. I've used and abused it, so I wanted to get a fresh one. They didn't have any, but I didn't have this one in the 25 because I got rid of the bandolier monogram canvas in the 25. So I said, you know what, I'm already here, they have it, I'm going to purchase it, and then when I can get my hands on the azure, I will purchase it and then get rid of the one that I have. I didn't want to get rid of it before because it is really one of my favorite purses. The Speedy 25 really fits a lot. I think it's a comfortable bag. I love that compared to the 30, it doesn't sag on the bottom as much when you pack it. The 30 tends to really sag a lot. So the reason why I got rid of the bandolier was because the strap was very uncomfortable. It didn't look right wearing it as a crossbody. I really do honestly feel that the Speedy, you know, was not only originally made to carry it handheld, but it doesn't look right as a crossbody. I would always be looking at myself in the mirror and seeing that it's just, I didn't like how it looked. I didn't like how this would go flat against your body and it would sag. Even with the 25, it just looked different than when you hand carry the purse for whatever reason. Another thing, the strap is extremely uncomfortable. It doesn't get any soft. It doesn't matter how long you've had it. It's a thick strap and it really digs into your skin. You definitely cannot carry the bag with a lot of things because you will hurt your shoulder. And honestly, you don't want to put that kind of strain on your shoulder either. I think that some purses are made for crossbody and some are not. I really don't think the bandolier is perfect for that. I went by many reviews that I did see here on YouTube, and I saw so many people say that it was a great bag. I do also notice that a lot of the people that might have the most followers or more videos are the ones that tend to misinform people the most. I think that they just don't want to have negative reviews on their page, so they just tend to tell you what you want to hear about the bag. They want to make it seem that every bag that they get is so perfect and fabulous and glamorous when it really isn't. As we know, the reality, they have their good bags and their bad bags, and the bandolier tends to be one of those that girls go for it because it's hot at the moment, but once they buy it, they end up getting rid of it because they see that it doesn't really work that well, not for a Speedy 25 to be a crossbody. That being said, I really do think that it's very misinforming when you go to videos that make it seem that all their bags are great when it really isn't true, and they just do it for views versus for really giving you the proper review of the bag. I don't feed into that. I will give you a proper review of the purse, whether if it's negative or positive. I will not defend any company. If I think something was made wrong, I will tell you the truth of what I think about the purchase that I made. And honestly, I could really honestly say that Louis Vuitton has done such a great job with Speedies, just because they've been around for so long and they're still sought after. They don't go out of style, and almost every girl that is into luxury purses has at least one Speedy in their collection. I highly recommend Speedies just because they are great purses, and you can really just use them at any time of the year, and they look great with any outfit. And yeah, I mean, you can just get so much use out of one of these purses. They just never go out of style. A Speedy is very iconic. It's one of the most iconic items that Louis Vuitton has. And yeah, so that is my opinion. That is my honest opinion. You know, what may not work for me might work for other people, but most of the people that I know that have had the Speedy 25 and the bandolier have really gotten rid of it because it wasn't worth the extra money to buy the strap, and then you end up just hand carrying the purse anyway, just because you end up realizing how uncomfortable it truthfully feels. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong. I bought it because of that reason as well, because I wouldn't pay $1,500–1,600, whatever it is now with taxes, for the bandolier if I didn't think it was a beautiful bag. I wouldn't be able to justify buying a bag just because it's hot, you know, for that amount of money. I purchase wisely. I like to travel. I live a well life. I do very well in my life. So regardless, even if that's the case, I still purchase wisely. I don't buy just any bag. I buy a purse that I know that I am going to use and that it's going to be beneficial for my collection. Anyhow, that is it for today's video. I hope everyone has had a fabulous long weekend. Mine was very fabulous. I had a wonderful time in Atlanta. I really absolutely loved the city, and I can't wait to go back again soon. Take care everyone. God bless and goodbye. Ciao.